Hello everyone and welcome back to Brinkofspeed. Today I'm doing a video that I promised right when I bought the 2023. I'm going to do a full comparison between my 2020 Coupe and the 2023 HTC convertible hardtop C8. Let's get going. So no conundrum today, we're taking both. By the way, if you have not smashed that thumbs up button, please do so. As you know, YouTube really likes to see that and it helps support the channel. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I decided to do this video on a really cold day. It's only about 45 degrees out here, which is cold for Dallas. But anyway, let's get started. I want to show you a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of differences that are between the 2023 C8 convertible and the 2020 Coupe. So let's get going. So ladies and gentlemen, I had something unfortunate happen as I was filming the rest of this video. All of my sound completely disappeared. And so I'm having to go ahead and redo my explanations of the differences between this 2023 convertible and my old 2020 C8 Corvette. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put the shots that I got in that parking lot on the screen as I'm talking about every single detail that I went over. So starting with the Coupe and convertible, the difference is I'll actually link the video below that I already did talking about this convertible C8. That way you guys will have a perfectly clear picture, because I'm not going to go over 100% of what I went over before. But what I will say is, when you take a look at the difference between the two cars, you have to decide whether the looks, the functionality, the convenience, all of that stuff is worth the $7,500 that you're going to spend to get yourself a convertible, or if you'd rather just save that money and spend it on the Coupe, adding, you know, features like the mag ride, the front lift, the Z51, and so on. But if you take a look at this right here, I mean, the difference between the Coupe and the convertible to me are night and day, even in just looks. I mean, a lot of people say they can't tell a difference, but if you're looking here, the sleekness of that convertible looks so much better, in my opinion, than the Coupe. And I love the new low wing compared to the high wing. So super, super excited about owning this new convertible. Now again, I did a full video on mag ride versus non-mag ride, so I'll link that below as well. But I'm really getting used to the non-mag ride in this car. It is a smooth ride. It's not as smooth as the mag ride, but to me it's smooth enough, and this is a wonderful driving car. So I'm not going to complain about not having mag ride. There are certain things that you can definitely tell that you don't have mag ride in certain circumstances, but for the most part, it is smooth enough. Also, the Z51 and non-Z51 talk is in that same video, so you can see both the mag ride and non-mag ride and Z51 and non-Z51 while watching that video. But just a real quick overview of that. Basically, the difference between the two, if you're gonna be driving this car on the track, then obviously you're gonna want a Z51, but I bought this car to not drive on the track, and I have my reasons. But non-mag ride is easier to go with when you're not getting Z51, because the Z51 suspension is quite a bit stiffer than the regular suspension. And so to really smooth that out, you're gonna want mag ride. Just saw a beautiful black C8 right there. Had to give them the wave. So really, it's entirely up to you what you want to do as far as Z51 or not, but it will save you $6,300 if you really don't need it. Now, as you're seeing here on the video, the 4S's are amazing tires. They do grip the road extremely well on the 2020 C8 Corvette. And when you come over here to the convertible, you will see that these are the all-season tires, and they also grip the road really well. Not quite as well as the 4S's, but I've taken quite a few turns, and a combination of not having Z51 or mag ride is definitely going to play a role in this car not handling as well around corners. But I can actually tell the difference between the tires not gripping and the suspension just being inferior to what I'm used to. So I can definitely tell that these tires grip the road extremely well, and I am very impressed that these all-season tires feel almost as grippy as the 4S's. Now, this is going to be a little difficult to talk about because I don't have the stock 5-spoke wheels on my car currently, the Coupe. But as you remember, I bought that car with the normal 5-star wheels, and you know, I wasn't a fan of them. I always knew I was going to get new wheels, and so I just went ahead and got those because they were not extra. But when GM came out with the 20-spoke black wheels, it was a no-brainer to put them on this car because of the look that I went with. And so I really enjoy them. They are forged. I think they're more of a hybrid forged wheel, but still, they are a beautiful wheel, and it really gives you a lot better choice than the 5-spoke and even the Trident spoke wheels. These new 20 spokes just blow away both of those, and I think you probably agree with that. Now, again, I don't have the Z51 spoiler on my Z51 car, but I know you guys know what that looks like, and I can show you a picture of one here or some video of my old car with it on it. But the new low spoiler has me absolutely in love. I don't know that I'll ever get a high wing or a Z51 wing again on one of these cars if I ever get another one. Now, when it comes to the Z06, that's a different story, but as far as the Stingray goes, I think I'm planning on just staying with the low spoiler. I absolutely love it, especially on this convertible. It just totally makes this car look sleek, more smooth, and more exotic in my opinion. So that's why I went with the low spoiler. I absolutely love it. Now, of course, the difference between this beautiful ceramic matrix gray and my wrapped 2020 C8 is that my 2020 C8, I always had plans to wrap it. I knew that I needed the inside of the door area to be white because a lot of the wrap was going to be white, so I ordered an Arctic white car. It was very easy for me to cover up that Arctic white paint because to me that's not a beautiful color. But when it comes to the ceramic matrix gray, there is no way, and you know what, that I would ever wrap this car. It is way too beautiful. I would never want to cover up a single square inch of this paint. Like I said, it's way, way too beautiful to cover up. And so I won't be covering up this paint. It will stay as is, and I will be showing off one of the most beautiful colors that I think GM has ever come out with, which is the ceramic matrix gray. Now, as you're seeing on the screen right now, the beautiful stealth badging is something that I definitely wanted to go with. When you compare it to my 2020 C8, I like it so much better. That looks good for that car, but I think this total blacked out C8 logo looks even better for this car because of the carbon flash nacelles, top, A-pillars, you know, everything on this car besides the main surfaces are carbon flash. So that's why I went with the stealth out badging, because I was going for that complete stealth out look on this car. Also, when you come back to the back here and you see the brand new black tip exhaust, I really like the shape of that exhaust. It really makes it, when you like back away from the car, you can really see that it is actually difficult to tell there's even an exhaust there. I mean, they've really done a good job of molding it to kind of disappear within the body lines of this new car. And so I really, really love it. I love the new shape. I love the new sound. It just goes perfect with the stealthed out car. And when you compare it to the 2020 C8 stock exhaust that I had when I bought the car, there's no comparison. I mean, the look of those weird square tips, I just did not like those tips at all. And so it was really neat that GM came out with these new black tips and the new shape. I love them. Now, 2LT versus 3LT, the difference in the leather is enormous. I mean, the Moulin leather in the 2LT is nice, but when you compare it to the Nappa leather in the 3LT, there is no comparison. The 3LT is so smooth, so supple. It is just absolutely beautiful leather. And you can tell that you're in an expensive sports car or, you know, exotic type car when you're sitting in this as opposed to the 2020. Now, I do love that it is still a two-toned interior in the 2LT version, as just like the 3LT version. But the next thing that I'm going to talk about is the two-tone seat that I have in this brand new 2023 as opposed to the 2020 with the GT1 seat. Now, you have to go with a GT2 seat to get that two-tone seat, or you can go with a competition seat as well, but you cannot get the two-tone in the GT1 seat. But I absolutely love the difference between the GT2 and the GT1. There was a lot of people that said the GT1 seat was the only seat that was comfortable, and the GT2 and the competition seat were not comfortable at all. I beg to differ. The GT2 seat is extremely comfortable. I drove 3 hours when I picked this up, and I did not get uncomfortable anytime during that drive. So I would highly recommend the GT2 seat, especially because, like I've always said, it is a very good looking seat to look at, not just to sit in. Now, I went with red seat belts in my new car because I wanted to have kind of a contrast between the black and the sky cool gray seats, but I also wanted to match the red brake calipers on the outside. Now, as far as the interior of the 2020 C8 Corvette, I went with the black seatbelt because obviously my seats were red. And so I wanted to contrast the red seat with the black seatbelt. So I highly recommend you doing the same. Either contrast the seatbelt with the interior or match your brake calipers. Also, keeping with the whole stealth look, you guys know I went with the stealth interior. I absolutely love these accents here, also right here, on the door over there, and on the rear speaker. Now, as far as my 2020, these are brushed aluminum. I wasn't a huge fan of them once I saw the stealth interior, and I love the stealth interior so much better now. So another major difference between my 2020 and my 2023. Okay, so the last thing that I want to go over is the difference in the interior. As far as in my 2LT, I have red and black, and I wanted to let you guys know, as I'm sitting in there, you'll see it is a dark interior because of the black on the ceiling and behind you. Whereas in the brand new 2023, the Sky Cool Gray is on the ceiling, the B pillar, the A pillar, and all behind you. And so it really lightens up the interior, just like you're seeing on the video right now. And I really, really like that. I didn't know that I was gonna like that so much, but I really enjoy having a lighter interior. It actually makes for a better mood while I'm driving around. My wife actually agrees. She likes it better than the black interior as well. And so I just wanted to go over that as well, the difference between the darker interior and the lighter interior. So that way you guys could get a feel for both and make it easier on yourself to make the decision on whether you would like a lighter interior or a darker interior. So ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it. I apologize again that the sound cut out as I was doing this video. It would have been so much better if you could have heard my thoughts in the original filmed content, but this is gonna have to do for you for right now. So if you enjoyed it, give me a big thumbs up. I hope you did. I hope this will help you make your decision. All of these differences between my 2020 and my 2023. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys out on the road.